CAS Tutorial 2 Advanced Cut. Now, as you can see, I have finished editing the head. So now, today, we're going to be focusing on cutting up the polygon here. First of all, we got to select it. Remember, you have to be in the edit poly for this to happen. Now, over here is your selections: vertex, edge, border, polygon, and element. The vertex are the points where lines connect. Lines are the lines of the model. Border is not working for me right now. That's okay because it just selects the lines around the polygon. Polygon selects the edges of the face. An element selects the entire thing. But don't get that confused, because if you have three different objects in one connected to each other, what that's going to do is it's going to recognize that you have one object there, and it's going to select it. Now, first we're going to focus on the eyes. I already arranged my lines so that it would actually look like the eyes, so I have something to work on. Now, we want to select and now we can do this multiple ways. You can hold down Control and just select the entire eye around here, delete that, and then do the same on the other side. However, there's a little thing I want to show you. Right now we have it on move. If we try to select just these by dragging, that's going to happen. Now, we'll select these without moving anything. Up here, select object. Now you drag, and everything here is selected. Now, if you notice, I do not have ignore back facing on. So, let's go ahead and select the other side. But if you notice something that I just noticed, the sides are not equal. This line comes over here. It matches that. That line is over here. And it more or less matches. But the problem is, usually, if you want to have the model be completely symmetrical, I would have to go in and try to fix this. However, my viewpoint is that nature is not symmetrical. I have some lines here that are massively different on the other side. That is fine as long as it looks the way it's supposed to look. Now, we could just go ahead and click delete, and it looks like the other side is appropriate. Now, later on, I will be putting an eyeball that I've already made into this slot on both sides. Now, the reason why I'm doing it like this is because you don't need any polygons that you won't be seeing. So because the eyeball's going to fit in here, anything behind it is unnecessary. And once you think about it, when you go to render your project, it's going to try to render all of the stuff that you can't see. Which is why these faces only show up on one side. If you render it, all those would be see-through. Now for the mouth. My goal is to have the mouth open. Now we're going to have to do our little see-through. Now there's the line of the mouth. But if you notice, neither side fits. This is where it's going to have to be symmetrical. You notice I do have some lines off kilter. Now this part's good. This is where it's going to get tricky. You have to follow the lines. Now here, I think it's going to be appropriate to use cut here. Now the problem is, I'm going to have to do that on the other side. So, to cut off, highlight this vertice. This is going to be trickier than I thought. Alright, that one went up to there. So this one has to go up to there. And it worked.
Now, if you're paying attention, and you remember I said before, I just created a polygon that has 3 sides. We're going to fix that later. Now, I just ran into another problem. I'm going to have to cut along that. And here's another problem. That's cut up there.
Alright. To fix this problem, we're going to have to unfreeze all. I'm actually going to clone this. Check properties, hide. I'm going to follow this all the way up. Oh, That is going to have to get moved. And so will a lot of these, so that I can actually get it to look the way I want it to. Alright, I'm getting a little confused. Ah, there we go. That's the plane that's in front. That's going to have to be the one that gets cut. And same thing with that one. So we can actually do it from line to line. So I'm actually going to imitate. Oops.
Ah, what the hell? Why is that happening? Alright, so this careful. I'm gonna have to go up here. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Wait. Just make sure.
Alright. Curses. You know what? Again. And then we can just delete that because we don't need it anymore. Alright, now that I've got the entire mouth copied, we might want to turn invisible off. Then what we do and I want to add, if you're trying to delete lines or vertices, go over here and click remove. But we're not removing them right now, we're actually splitting them. Now splitting will make it so that you just cut through the polygon, or the object. Now selecting all of these that's near it, or below it I should say, and holding Control to select multiple ones. I missed a line. Or I went over too much.
You don't mind me. This is annoying. There we go. Sorry, that didn't happen. Alright.
So now we got a moving mouth. However, there's some polygons over there that'll make it not work as properly as it should. This side it's fine. I'll just hold down Alt to unselect those. Now we've got a working mouth. However, of course, they're not going to talk like this. However, they will talk like this. Not exactly like that, but we gotta move it, of course. Now, gotta freeze that, or hide. Now the sides of the mouth look a little uneven. Can fix that later. Now, this is going to be slightly difficult. Go to the polygon. And we want the roof and the bottom of the mouth. So, we go over to here, create. Now, creating a vertex and an edge is hard to do. Before the polygon, click on a vertex. And you keep clicking along the lines, and you see the red line. That means that there's going to be an edge there. For me, I find it easy to just follow the edge and make one long polygon.
Here to the edge of the mouth. I just noticed a vertex hiding all the way up here. There it is. I'll move that later. Actually, move that now. I'll just move it by moving all these polygons. There. I cut my head, ignore that facing off. Right, now we move it down. So now we can see the whole side of the mouth. Creating our polygons is going to be much easier.
Gotta make sure that your edge is what you want it to be. Following up along the side, the red lines indicate that that's going to be your edge. That's this is getting irritating. Chop this up to the most failed tutorial.
Okay. How did that happen?
Now I'm going to stretch it all the way over to this side so that we're going to have the bottom of the mouth. Hopefully nothing screws up here. Alright, I'm already going to have to fix a couple things. So this part's sticking out. We're in. That line being there is what's bugging me. It's indicating that something went horribly wrong. So I'm actually going to remove this vertex because it's unnecessary. I'm going to check this one, see what's up with that. Alright.
There's more up here that's not cooperating. Like I said, we'll smooth it all out later. Now for the top. This is going to be a tricky one. I'm not as tricky as the bottom, apparently.
Now, if you notice, it's one huge polygon. That's not going to work. So what we're going to have to do is go up to the good old Swift loop. And if you remember, before I said I have polygons that only have 3 vertices. The reason why that did not matter is because it's not doing it. Okay, we don't do shift loop yet, we do cut. Now the reason why we're not doing the 3, we can just cut there, go all the way at the end, and have it not work. Why is it suddenly not working on me? Well, that's crap. Wait. Okay, apparently quick slice cuts it down like that, which gives me the problem of down here. It's going to create too many vertices for me. Cuts in the mouth, but not how I want it to. So we undo that. Okay, cutting it like that works. So we're just going to cut like this for now.
And actually, because I removed the verse over here, I'm going to remove you. There, and the bottom part of the mouth is done. Now,
Notice how the polygon is flattening as I'm doing this.
You know what, we're gonna have to suture again. Then, that makes more of a mess for me. Or does it? Huh. Thanks. This is the most failed one I've ever done. Yeah. No. I'm gonna edit the frick out of this. Come on. I see what's going on. Problem solved. Alright. Now to continue. Wait a minute, I got the wrong one. I didn't mention it before. I'm no expert. Makes no sense to me. I'm gonna roll with it. Alright, now!
Using Swift Loop should work now. There we go. Okay, I see. That in the middle. Swift loop still not working there for some reason. So I'm not worried about right now. Do a cut there. Do a cut there. See my vertices. I'm gonna do cut here. So that I have my 4 vertices there. I'm going to do the same to the top. Top's not going to need as much at the bottom. There's another one that needs a 4th vertice. Here's another. I'm just going to cut here, then we'll go to here. There's a lot down here. But you know what? For those, I believe that my doing the smooth will get rid of all those triangles down there. Especially in this clump here. But apparently the Swift loop's not going to try to fix. I'm going to try to fix that one. Alright, so I'm going to that is fixed. There's 4 vertices there. However, down here, this has 3 and this has 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fixed, but now these have 5. But if I add a line there, that's going to make it have more. However, do it like this, and do it like that. And instead of just having this go down there, because we're going to come up with the same problem, I'm going to cut that down to there, and that down to there. Now we have one in the middle that has 4. Then these have 3, which, doing Swift loop, will not try to fix it the way I want it to. So if we could just have it looped that way, each side will have 4. So it looks like I have to cut it myself. I think I see why, because that was a triangle. And now that has 4 vertices, so that's instantly fixed that way. Just one line. Fixed it. So it just goes to show, don't trust the program fully. They might screw you. Now, that bottom of the mouth looks pretty flat. Simple. Grab the line. and do the line that's all the way down the middle. Now usually, ring and loop would select everything for you. But in this case, you only want one side. There's still some lines missing from the inside of the mouth, but I'll worry about that later. Right, now we pull that down. And some of the parts here is going to look a little funky. But I will fix those later. Right now I want to focus on these lines.
Yeah, look at all those vertices down there. I'm gonna have to fix them before I move on. Okay, there's several problems with this mouth here. I'm not going to just sit here and try to fix them and move it on. I'll fix it later off screen. This is not going to be so painful.
Now it is obvious that I still need to do some work on that mouth. But that is pretty much it of this section. Please tune in for the next one, number 3, where I'm going to show you how to do some extruding properly. So, until next time, stuff and random stuff.